Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taj and I'm coming back to talk to you always. So in this video I wanted to talk to you about my trade school experience, aka Career Institute, aka vocational school, whatever you want to call it. I want to talk to you about my experience with it, specifically with medical billing and coding, because that's what I went for. That word. But I was very down about what to do with myself. I still had no idea what I wanted to do, what I could do, what I was good at, none of that. So, spent 6 months after the 4-year university. I only spent a year there, didn't stay very long. Not even a year, I don't think I completed. I think I left towards the end of my last semester. So, I didn't get to keep any of those credits. But, anyway. I found this school and the options to take up were like pharmacy tech, of course CNA, you could do medical assisting and medical billing, and I think a couple other things on the main campus, but I didn't go to the main campus, I went to the city campus. So at first I signed up to be a pharmacy tech, but when I talked to admissions, I would fit more with the medical billing because pharmacy techs do a lot of math. I'm not a mathematician. Like, I don't like math. I don't enjoy it. I like to do the most minimal. So I went with medical billing also because I'm really good with computers. So I just figured it might be a good fit. So that's what my admissions counselor kind of suggested for me as well. Now, before class begins, I want to say that when I signed up to be a medical biller or coder or whatever, I was under the impression that the job market was amazing. Like, I would be guaranteed. My job was the kind of job where my school was the kind of school where they would find you a job. They would assist you with your resume. There was interns and externships, all that good stuff. It seemed amazing. I had assumed it would be amazing. So the admissions counselor was telling me, like, yeah, you're gonna get a job, we have connections, you know, you have a job placement person to help you. Most students immediately get a job when they finish and graduate. Coding is, you're always gonna have a job. All these amazing things about coding in the coding industry. I'm sorry if you hear that. They're building a house across the street. Can't avoid that. So yeah, so I was like, cool, like this is great. So fast forward to the actual courses. The courses were fine to me. You're gonna take like anatomy, med term, you're gonna learn about insurance, you're gonna learn about CPT, HCPCS, all that stuff. So that was interesting to me actually. I liked that. I didn't mind it at all. So I was like, okay, this was a really good choice. So towards the middle of the semester, one of my teachers that I really liked because she taught us things that not everybody else was going to teach us. Like, for some reason, the people that were teaching billing and coding weren't on the same page about what to teach, which is not good, and that's a red flag. Some of them thought that they should teach us just to be billers. The others thought they should prepare us for more because we can be doing different things like claims, reimbursement, you know, health information management, all types of stuff. So my teacher was on the side where she wanted to prepare us for other things. She wanted to prepare us. She's the one who told us about other certifications that we could get. She would give us like books. Of course, in the world we live in, somehow she left. I don't remember the specifics, but she wasn't there anymore. She left in the middle of our semester. So for like 2 weeks, the school didn't notify us that we didn't have a teacher. We just showed up to class. No one was there. There was no sign or anything. Literally, there was only me and another girl in my class. Because usually with trade schools, it's like a small class number, usually. Me and another girl in the class. We would show up for 2 weeks, you guys. No teacher. Finally, the school recognized that she's not coming back after 2 weeks of showing up, not learning anything. So, also smack in the middle of the semester, they send us another teacher who tries to cram everything in. We had like a couple weeks left of the semester, and he tried to cram everything in, which is not his fault, but like, come on guys, get it together. Like I don't remember what I learned during that semester. I couldn't tell you. I know it was a lot of big words. I know we flipped through the CPT book 1,000 times looking for codes. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you what I learned. But that was a mess. So that was the first red flag for me. Like, how unorganized is this school? Why is nobody on the same page about what we should be learning? Whatever. So when she did leave, she did give me and my other classmate really helpful books that weren't in the curriculum and that would help us to go on past the certificate we would get through the school, which by the way I'll get to in a minute. So that happened. So then so once that's over, I get through the rest of the semesters. I took all of my billing and coding classes at one time. I only took 2 what classes do they call them? I don't remember, but 2 basic classes I took for like for the whole associate's degree, the Allied Health Associate's degree. I took 2, but the rest for like 9 months I took strictly billing and coding classes so that I could do my certification test, get certified, and then worry about the associate's program later. So I did that, took the certification test, passed both, because you get at my school you got the billing and coding specialist and you get the medical administrative assistant, which is important, not to be confused with a CNA. Medical administrative, like strictly clerical. So we got both of those certifications. The test was not bad. I passed. That's all I really cared about. I don't know if I passed with flying colors or I just passed. Doesn't matter to me. So once I got those certifications, even though I was going to go back to school for everything else, I wanted to find a job. That was why I went there. That was the whole point of picking it. I needed a job. Go to job placement. This is like after the next semester, I'm doing my regular classes, but I'm also knocking down the job placement's door. Now, 2 people had been there. There was one woman that we had while I was taking my classes prior, and then she went to the main campus, and then we had a guy. The woman didn't help me with shit. My God, she didn't help me with anything. She told me 9 months after I'd paid for the school, went to the classes, oh, the billing market's kind of dry right now. It's going through a dry spell. What? Y'all didn't tell me this. Yes, I said y'all. Y'all didn't tell me this when I signed up. So you're telling me that I'm not going to find a job. It's already hard enough finding a job entry level. So now I'm not going to find one with my certifications because it's dry right now. I was so mad because I felt lied to. Like, in the beginning, it's all daisies and flowers. You're going to get a job. Everything's going to be great. You're going to be successful. Now it's, oh, well, we're going through a rough patch right now, so I don't see any job postings. Great. Perfect. You're useless. Next. So then she left. I updated my resume so many times, reworded it so many times. Side note, I hate when you send your resume to different people and there's always something wrong with it. It can't always be the resume format. There's something else. You're either missing something that's not making you stand out, like you're not certified in here, or here, or your resume is just not interesting. Like me, I'm boring. I don't do anything. I've never been the school president. I've never done sports. I don't do anything. So picture my dilemma. My resume doesn't have glitter on it. It's probably gray. If my resume could be gray, it would be gray. So before she told me about the dry spell, she kept reviewing my resume and saying this needs to be changed and that needs to be changed, just to tell me at the end that I couldn't get a job any fucking way. So she left, went to the main campus. This other guy came. Went through the whole resume exchange with him back and forth about what cover letter, this, that, all this BS. Applied to all these billing jobs that I found because the woman before him told me there weren't any. I applied to them myself. Didn't get them, but I applied to them myself. So then he kept sending me jobs that had nothing to do with billing, administration. Administration's cool, that's what I work in now, but like, it's not challenging. It's not expanding my mind. It's just not for me. That was my first certification, but that's not what I want to do. I want to be a coder. I want to do some sort of coding, medical coding. Administration's not that. you're a clerk, you're a secretary. That's what it is. So he didn't help me, basically. So through one of my own connections, I got a job at a hospital in the maternity unit as a clerk. Now I've been there for a year, about a tiny bit over a year. So I'm doing that now, but I would like to code. And so back to the school, they didn't help me find a job. I got that job while I was there on my own, through my own connection. So that was over. Then I stopped fighting with them about the job placement. Went on, took my classes. Then at our school, you can look online and look at your degree progress. So you can see, like, for us, we needed 68 credits. And when it came to the time, my last semester, I had been like on this like a hawk, like, oh my god, I'm almost done. It was at 62 credits, and I kept doing the math, and I'm like, I should be done, you know, I'm finished. Am I gonna graduate? So I stalked it for weeks, thinking it's gonna change. Grades have been put in, the semester's over, it's December. Mind you, I finished in December. Our graduation was in May of the next year, well, this year, 2017. I finished December last year. So it's like March, and I'm like, okay, I haven't got a letter about graduating. Haven't heard about anybody signing off on anything. Online it's not updated saying that I got the 68 credits because I did the internship. I didn't do externship, which if you go to a trade school, I would suggest doing an externship. Do not do the internship. I did it because I could take it with my classes and I would finish faster. If I can go back, I would do the externship. But, so, where was I? I was checking and it was not being updated. So I went to our school. At the time, our school was closing and everybody was moving or either quitting to go to the main campus. So I'm not answering her. So I talked to our vice president, I think, or whoever was the head of our campus, and I kept going to her, asking her, like, am I on track? Is there anything else I need to take? Because the degree audit says this, and this is what I'm getting in my head. She's like, no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. It's just not updated. Cool. Weeks later, it's still not updated. What are you guys doing? Mind you, my school is the Institute of Technology. Why aren't you updating the technology? Whatever. So it's like April, and my campus is shut down. I'm at work. I'm not going to school for anything. Still no emails. I'm checking my school email religiously to hear anything about graduation or anything to let me know what to do about cap and gowns. Like, do you need? I had paid my graduation fee back in December. Like, I was on go. So I finally called the school and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't have an email about anything. I don't know what's going on. Can you tell me something? And they're like, oh, I don't see your name. And I'm just like, oh my god, if these motherfuckers tell me I'm missing something and I have to travel to media. I live like 2 hours away from media. I'm not going to media for something this lady told me I was fine about. Like, that I was on track, and now you're telling me you don't see my name. Talk about angry. So she's like, oh, I'll put you on hold, blah, blah, blah. It should be fine. She tells me, oh, your name is here. I see your name. So I'm like, all right. She's like, but your account has a hold on it. Now, we all know, all students know, when your account has a hold on it, it means you owe something. She's like, oh, well, you have to call the financial department. I'm like, yo, these people are really trying me right now. Like, why are you not all in communication? You all work for the same school. Why isn't everybody on the same page? So I hang up with her. I call this lady in whatever department with money, and she's like, oh, yeah, I see that you've paid this, this, and this. Let me take the hold off. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Took the hold off, hung up with her. At that point, I was fed up, so I waited a couple weeks. Then I called back and said, yo, is the hold off? She's like, oh, yeah, you're on the list to graduate. I'm like, okay, cool. So when's graduation? Where is it? What time do I have to be there? How many tickets do we get? Anything. Can I get anything? Oh, well, you should be receiving an email soon. Mind you, never received that email. Graduated and everything, never received that email. I went to them a week before graduation. The cap and gowns had just arrived. So I had to go to media anyway, pick up my cap and gown, pick up my degree, my diploma, I mean. And that's when I got all the information about graduation, a week before graduation. And it was on a Saturday. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I just can't wait to be done with this school at this point. Got to graduation. We have 4 tickets. Nobody checked the tickets at the door, so you could have brought 20 family members if you wanted. Very, I won't call it ratchet. I will say it was a very interesting graduation. Got it over with. Never looked back. Don't want to look back. I'm just over it. My experience with trade school, career institute, whatever you want to call it, I did not like it. It could have been my school of choice. I won't blame it on all of them. I just know that I had a very bad, unorganized, unprofessional experience. It was very unprofessional and very unorganized. And I wouldn't put that on anybody. It was cheap. I didn't have to pay out of pocket because the Lord FAFSA was good to me. But it was horrible. So yeah, and I can't use it anywhere. I put the associate's degree on my resume. I put the certifications on my resume just to find out that as a coder, none of the job requirements list NHA. I'm certified through NHA, the National Health Career Association. Never heard of that. It's not even listed on any of the billing job requirements. They want RHIT, they want AAPC, AHEMA certifications. Why my school didn't get those? Who knows? NHA, don't even bother. Like, just get certified on your own through something else, because I've had no luck with NHA. My voice is getting pretty raspy, so I think I'm done ranting. But let me know what your experience was like through a trade school, whether it was good or whether it was bad, or ratchet like mine. But until the next time, I will see you guys.